Introduction. This teaching sequence exemplifies a comprehensive and balanced approach to language education, where all core skills, which are reading, writing, listening, speaking, vocabulary, and grammar, are seamlessly integrated into meaningful, real-world contexts. Through scaffolded support, multimodal input, and interactive group tasks, learners are guided to engage critically with language, develop fluency, and build confidence. Each component is carefully designed to foster autonomy, collaboration, and deeper understanding, ensuring that learning is both effective and enjoyable.
Reading. Students practice bottom-up processing by decoding word stress through bubble sizes, enhancing pronunciation awareness while reading. Scaffolded instruction using differentiated worksheets supports learners at various proficiency levels. Activities such as sentence matching and reordering noun phrases help develop syntax awareness and text-level comprehension. Collaborative tasks encourage reading for specific information and note-taking using visual tools like tree diagrams, making reading interactive and meaningful. These tasks also foster metacognitive strategies as students learn how to monitor and adjust their reading behavior. Ultimately, learners become more confident in navigating both literal and inferential aspects of a text. Writing. Although not the central focus, writing is integrated meaningfully. Learners copy model sentences to build form familiarity and create personalized outputs like picture dictionaries for creative language use. Tasks like poster making promote written communication and vocabulary recycling. Grammar practice is embedded through sentence formation and tense contrast exercises. Peer-based games foster co-construction, encouraging process writing through drafting and editing in a collaborative setting. Students are also given space to reflect on their own writing development, reinforcing both form and fluency through peer and teacher feedback. Listening. Students engage in focused listening for word recognition via games like Flyswatter, and guided listening activities supported by written texts enhance comprehension. TPR and songs provide multisensory learning, linking listening to movement. Peer interviews and presentations promote interactive listening and top-down processing, especially in academic and real-world contexts. Teachers use verbal scaffolding and visual aids like timelines to clarify meaning and maintain engagement. Listening tasks are sequenced from controlled to freer practice, helping learners gradually gain confidence in decoding and interpreting authentic input. Speaking. Speaking is promoted through songs, games, and pair work, offering learners multiple oral production opportunities in safe environments. Activities like role plays and interviews build fluency and communicative competence in realistic contexts. Group discussions allow for idea generation and collaborative planning, preparing students for writing or extended tasks. Sentence-building games emphasize syntax, while speaking tasks with grammar focus support accuracy in spontaneous speech. The focus on real-life communication ensures learners transfer classroom speaking skills to diverse social and academic contexts. Vocabulary. Vocabulary teaching is scaffolded through a blend of explicit instruction and contextualized exposure. Teachers use visual aids, gestures, and elicitation to introduce key terms, making meanings accessible. Learners reinforce vocabulary through interactive tasks like bingo, categorization, and Flyswatter games, supporting form meaning connections and pronunciation. Target words are recycled across modalities, enabling multi-sensory engagement. Differentiated word banks and word walls offer ongoing support. Learners apply vocabulary in personalized and collaborative tasks, promoting semantic retention and productive use in context. Cumulative vocabulary reviews and reflection journals also support long-term acquisition. Grammar. Grammar is taught implicitly within meaningful contexts rather than isolated drills. Learners explore tense distinctions via timelines, sentence analysis, and peer correction. Structures emerge naturally during speaking and writing, with the teacher offering real-time feedback to support accuracy. Sentence frames and discourse markers like, in contrast, however, are modeled to enhance cohesion. Grammar is also integrated into tasks like question formation, verb classification, and summary writing, fostering form-function awareness. Self-editing strategies are encouraged through modeled revisions and peer feedback, promoting learner autonomy. Over time, students internalize patterns and become more adept at self-monitoring their grammatical choices.
Group work. Group work is central, promoting collaborative learning and peer scaffolding. Students engage in varied group formats like pairs, jigsaw, mixed ability teams to enhance social interaction and language practice. Roles like presenter, recorder ensure accountability and equal participation. Tasks like information gap activities, timeline reviews, and Venn diagrams foster shared problem solving. Idea generation, peer editing, and interviews build critical thinking and communication skills. Group discussions are supported by verbal and visual scaffolds, while whole class synthesis activities promote knowledge integration and collective reflection. Classroom management. Classroom routines are structured with clear objectives, visual prompts, and consistent transition signals like claps or timers. Teachers use proximity, gestures, and positive reinforcement to maintain engagement and focus. Activities are supported by visual instructions, color-coded materials, and process charts that promote learner independence. Flexible grouping and open physical layout enable dynamic movement and interaction. Noise levels are managed with visual cues, and task flow is maintained through progress checks and station rotation. A supportive atmosphere is established through modeling, warm tone, and responsive classroom techniques. Assessment. Formative assessment plays a key role in language learning. It helps teachers check students' understanding and guide instruction in real time. Teachers use interactive tasks such as matching visuals, vocabulary games, sentence sorting, and information gap activities to assess learning in a meaningful context. These assessments focus on language use, not just grammar accuracy. Follow-up questions like, "What is this?" or reflection tasks like self-assessment with red and green cards encourage learners to think critically about their progress. Visual cues, repetition, and student-friendly objectives make learning visible and goal-oriented. Overall, formative assessment supports learner engagement, boosts confidence, and promotes active participation in class. Teacher's role in assessment. The teacher's role during assessment is both visible and invisible. At the beginning of the lesson, the teacher clearly models tasks, sets learning goals, and explains instructions. This visible support helps students understand what is expected. During group or pair work, the teacher often becomes invisible to allow independent learning, but continues to monitor progress. Teachers act as facilitators, guiding students with feedback, asking questions, and adjusting tasks when needed. They observe students' performance, diagnose learning gaps, and provide scaffolding. By balancing support and independence, teachers create a safe learning environment where students feel free to take risks, reflect on their learning, and develop language skills effectively. Conclusion. Taken together, these instructional strategies form a cohesive framework that nurtures student growth across all language domains. The emphasis on formative assessment, differentiated support, and visible learning objectives enables learners to track their progress while taking ownership of their development. By fluidly shifting between facilitator and observer roles, the teacher fosters a safe and dynamic learning environment that encourages experimentation, reflection, and sustained language use. This holistic model not only equips students with essential linguistic skills, but also empowers them as active participants in their own learning journey.